here, advanced, motion here, and here, and here. Friends, I know there are many people around, including A6 and UA. Please talk to your team members if they are not part of this particular session. This is very important. It's a sales mastery, and you have never got this kind of soft skill training before. So this is going to help you all. Okay. So couple of minutes. 4:52 we will start. Great. So this is the sales mastery session. And let me tell you, this will give you an insight how to, have a conversation, how to have a professional conversation with your customer, right? How to, start from the beginning, right? How to, meet them, or how to, discover their needs and values, and then how to present the product to them, right? And how to, pitch the cross-selling things, for example, your accessories, and then we will move up to the exchange part, which is closing, right? Okay, so I'm going to ask one question and request you all to please be responsive, participate in this session, okay? And type your responses on the chat section. So the very first question is, with you all, is this: what is selling? What do you think? What is selling? If you know what is selling, type in your chat box. What do you think? What is selling? And no answer is a stupid answer. So don't think about it. Just share your thoughts around. What do you think? What do you feel? Like, what is selling? Okay, so Khan is saying meeting one needs with the desired product and services. It is a skill. Okay. Selling is the exchange of goods or services for money. Okay. Making someone buy or agree to you. Okay, so that is Ujjwal Sharma. What about others? Team, please respond. You are into selling from long time. There are many people having a lot of experience they are carrying right now, maybe 5 years, 7 years of experience. If you are not able to answer this, then there's a problem, man. So you should answer this. What is the selling, right? I am not waiting for the correct answer. At least share your thoughts. Shehbaz is saying sealing the final product to the final customer. So very heavy words are coming to offer something a person is exactly looking for. Okay, so Kamlesh Chand. Okay, selling is first and foremost a transaction between the seller and the prospective buyer. Yes, true. Guys, you all are right. Right? You all are right. You have all shared the right things. So that is what selling is. Let me tell you one thing here. So what is selling in a different perspective, and I believe all of you will agree with me today, right? So I can get getting a few responses, giving or hand over something in exchange for money. Okay, so customer need, it's an art to represent a product to a customer and convince to buy on trust. Okay, great, right? So what I'm going to share with you, it is resonate, right, with what all things you have mentioned right now, on the chat section, right? And here it is. Selling is transfer of enthusiasm from seller to buyer, right? I will repeat myself. Selling is transfer of enthusiasm from seller to buyer. If you are not excited, okay, about your product, how can you sell that product, right? So first, your excitement is important. If you believe that this is a great product, then only you can sell, isn't it? If you do not believe that it is a great product, if you believe that it is a high value product, if you believe that very expensive, you are not in a position to sell that product. First, you need to get convinced. You believe in your brand, and if you are excited about your brand, if you have that enthusiasm, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you will able to sell your brand, right? So transfer of enthusiasm from seller to buyer. Yes, everything which you have mentioned on the chat section is also right. I'm not denying that right set of answers which you have given. It is perfectly fine, but this is very important. Transfer of enthusiasm from seller to buyer. Please ask your team member. There might be many people around who will say in a team briefing or in a team meeting, I believe the new product which arrived is very expensive. If you feel it is expensive, how can you sell that? People will say that I will sell the value of the product. Yes, you will sell the value of the product because you believe in it, that it is a value product. If you are not believing that it is a value product, how can you sell it? Okay. So now come to the next part. You might be wondering, like I am asking a lot of questions. So this is anyways, going to help you all. Okay. So the next question is this: what do customer care about? Tell me, what do customer care about? Yeah, they need welcome, right? So they need like to get a warm welcome from you, right? If the product fulfill their need, that is what they need, right? So that is the customer care about. Okay. What about others? Alam has responded, Tanish has responded. I'm waiting for others to respond. Feedback from the salesperson. Feedback from the salesperson. So the care about the way the sale or service is rendered. Okay. Product availability. They care about more of product availability. Maybe some new product launch. They need to buy that product. So availability is important. Care about that particular product and the service. A good service. Okay. Good service again, that they not get cheated. Yeah, very important, right? Respect, attention. They need warm welcome and good service. Wow, service, Satendra has mentioned. Okay, and then attention. Okay, great. Ladies and gentlemen, these all resonate the one thing which I'm going to tell you right now. Okay, so when we talk about what do customer care about, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, the customer care about themselves. Now, what all things you have shared here is it's absolutely right. There is no problem. This all are right things. But one thing you have to understand, they care about whom? They care about themselves. From here only everything will start, right? They care about themselves. So that is what your customer, what not your customer, every customer care about. Now, what do customer buy? I think like this is the easiest answer which you can, I believe like I will get, some answers from you all, right? So what do customer buy? I might be, missing out, few responses on chat. I'm really sorry. Okay. So what do customers buy? Experience. They buy experience. They buy story. Oh, wow. Khan. Khan was, part of storytelling, is a part of, active member of Storytellers Club. Okay, so they buy story, their needs. Okay, I'm waiting for that word, right? I think like someone will reveal that word. Okay, great products, their own interest. Okay, so people buy goods and services to satisfy their individual needs and wants. Obviously, they do that. They buy solution to their problems. Thank you, Khan. I was waiting for that word, and that word is solution. What do customer buy? They buy solution, right? They buy solution. Every person today, they come to your store, isn't it? They are having some problems, right? They are having some problems, right? They are having some problem with their shoes. They are having, some problem with their leg, right? Maybe, it's paining a lot. They want, something comfort, right? So they need the solution. If not only buy product and also trust of brand he's choosing. Yeah. So, okay, great. So what do customer buy? Customer buy solution. So who are your client? When I say your client, I'm talking about A6 and UA. So who are your client? Share your thoughts on the chat section. Who are your clients? Any prospective walking in the store is your client. What about others? Everyone is our client. Athletic is our client. Okay. Someone who buys something from a seller. Okay. Let me give you a hint. What is the common thread? What is the common thread in your clients? What is the common thread? I know that Ujjwala said that everyone is my client, but what is the common thread which connects all your clients? All your clients.
It is experience of
Experience, okay. Okay. They come for solution, okay. Okay. I know like people are trying to figure out what it is. Okay, our repeat customer is our clients. Okay, so one person has already shared that, but his statement was not that appropriate. But let me share with you. You all are right again, right? But the common thread you are missing. The common thread is they are passionate about. If I'm wrong, you type wrong. If you agree with me, type agree on the chat section. Common thread between all your clients is passionate about sports. If you agree with this, type agree on the chat section. Type agree on the chat section if you agree with this statement. Thank you. Thank you for your response. Okay. Moving ahead. Okay. So when we say understand, so you have to understand the four things. Number one, your product. Second, your customers, your competition, and fourth one is you yourself, right? Your product is very important. If you do not understand your product, right? If you do not experience your own product, how can you sell it? How can you sell it? There is, big question mark. If I am not able to experience Apple, how can I buy Apple? Sorry, how can I sell Apple? If I do not experience Asics or US shoes, I do not experience it, how can I sell the product? And not only experience, you should have a product knowledge, right? If you are, aware of all the technical details of it, what will happen? You will feel more confident, right? Any person comes, any customer comes and asks any question, you will. Now, during the sales, so what we are going to talk about, so we have started with the first slide, if you have noticed, mastery, sales mastery. So we have categorized it into 5 different steps. A for your like advance. I will come and share in detail what it is. And then M is make inquiry. And then P is your present, L is lead, and E is exchange, that is ample. So we have defined it in 5 easy steps for you. Okay, here we go. So when we talk about advance, this is the beginning of your sales conversation. Here only you start building the rapport, right? Here only you start building the trust, right? So what all things comes over here? So your facial expressions, eye contact, gestures, and body language, tone, all things matters a lot. Okay, so generally I ask this question, I'm asking this question to all of you. There are 3 staff of yours in a store, 3 staff in your store, okay, standing on the same position, right? Ideally, you should not stand in the same position, you should be scattered on the floor, right? So there are 3 staff standing on the same position, right? One customer walks in, right? And the 3 staff name say A, B, C, okay? So all 3 of them smile, all 3 of them greeted, verbal greeting, I'm saying, good morning, good evening, whatever. So all 3 of them smile, all 3 of them have done verbal greeting to this customer who walks in, right? All 3 of them. But this one customer is not going to approach all 3 of them, right? He will approach only one. What do you think? Why he will approach? So say for example, in this case, this customer has approached, salesperson named B, right? He has not approached A or C, he has approached B. What do you think? Why he has approached B over AC? If you get the question, type yes on the chat. If you want me to repeat it, type repeat. If you get the question, type yes. If you want me to repeat, type repeat. Okay. So people are saying yes. So why this customer has chosen B over AC? Share your answers on the chat. For good look. Okay. Do you really think that good look matters? Yeah. Eye contact, positive body language, facial expression, confidence, positive vibe, warm smile. He felt more connected. Why he felt more connected, Anup? Write that. Okay. Lovely. Great responses, guys. You all are correct. You all are correct. Just a smile and verbal greeting will not help. Body language, facial expression, gestures, whether you are well groomed or not, that also is going to help, right? And that will reflect. And that will reflect to your customer. When I visit any location, any store, I also choose a staff. If there is n number of staff, I will choose my favorite one, right? And then I will go and ask him. If I need something, I will ask him. Great. Thank you. Okay. So these, and I have also mentioned building trust. How many of you believe that you can build trust in one meeting? Can you believe that you can build trust in one meeting? Write yes if you believe it, write no if you don't believe this, right? Can you build trust in one meeting? So people are saying yes, yes, no. Nikhil George has said no. Okay. Okay, so maximum people are saying yes, you can build trust in one meeting. Okay. I have got 2 no's, right? One from Satinder and one from Nikhil. Okay. So Satinder and Nikhil, would you like to share? Please unmute yourself. Why you think that you cannot build trust in one meeting? Share your thoughts. Please unmute yourself.
Sir, it's like a beginning. Nobody can trust you like in one meeting. So it's take time. So when you connected with someone like 3 or 4 times and
Yeah.
he's satisfied with you, then the trust building start. But initially in one meeting, it is like for impossible for me. People can trust you, but not like 100%.
True.
So that's I think.
Yeah.
I'm not agree with others, but yeah,
Yeah. No, it's okay. It's your thought.
trust
Right?
cannot build like in one day or one meeting. It's take time. So
Okay. Yeah. I'm with you. Thank you. Okay. So people have responded. Yeah. So Tanish, you have said yes. Why you think that you can build trust in just one meeting? Tanish, can we hear you, please?
Hello.
Yes, Tanish. Go ahead.
Yeah, actually, the thing is, if the customer doesn't trust you, he won't buy from you. Like when do we know the customer actually trusts you is when he comes the second time and he asks for you. Particularly, I want the same guy who assisted me the last time, right?
Okay. My one question to you. Okay, so the question is, you go and buy vegetables today, right? You went to one,
Yeah.
shop where you buy vegetable, and this is the new shop, right? You visited very
Okay.
first time, and you said, "How much for this, bottle guard?" And he said, 25 rupees kg, sir. And he said, "What about,
Okay.
cauliflower?" He said, 30 rupees kg, sir. Okay, give me, 1 kg each, right?
Okay.
Have you tried to build trust with you, and you have, bought because of trust?
I bought because of necessity because I want to eat vegetables,
So that is
right?
the reason people do not buy only because of trust. They also buy because might be necessity, might be urgency, might they just don't need to buy it. They were looking for that particular product from long time, and they have seen that product in your store and say, "Hey, it is there. I will buy it." They don't do trust and all that. They will just buy.
But then the thing is, like, if the customer is like that, he comes to buy a particular product, but
Right.
he trusts us. Like, when I'm saying that, no, sir, if for your situation, you should go for another product. And if he buys that, that means he trusts me, right?
But when you are sharing that, yes, not applicable for all customer, right?
Yeah, it's not applicable for all customers.
Okay, great. So now let me tell you, and I will give you one insight. A customer who is coming back to your store, isn't it? You have built trust with that customer. That is why he is become a repeat customer today. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yeah. So repeat customer is your customer who started trusting you. Team, tell me, like, how many of you are having best friends? If you have best friend, type friend on the chat section. Let me see how many of you are having besties. So some says mentioning, some say Tanish, Ujwal, Roshni. Okay. And
We have a
this
best friend, sir. We have a best friend, but it is about the money when they sometimes they escape it.
Okay, so I'm not talking about that best
Yeah.
friend. I'm talking
No,
about
no.
the one friend who will
Yes,
never
yes,
ditch
we
you.
have.
He will be always there by your side and helping you.
Exactly.
Okay,
We
so
have,
I
sir.
have
We have.
got a few. Okay, great. I've gotten a few responses. Now, you tell me, when you decided that he is your best friend, in just one day you have decided? Have you decided in one day? And if you have not decided in one day, how long it would have been taken? It might be 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. Mention those duration. Like it took 2 months to decide that this person is my best friend. Type that. How many days it have taken? 20 years. It has. No, I'm not talking about how many years you are best friend. I'm saying how many years it has been taken to just say that yes, he is my best friend. Okay, please respond on chat. Dhyanu is saying 3 to 4 years. Okay, Sojwal is saying 1 year. Okay, what about others?
So it is very difficult to decide it whether I mean it
It's
took.
okay. You just give the rough number. You just give the rough number on the there, right? I know that you will not decide, like it may be 2 to 3 years that someone is saying it is okay. It is okay. More than 3 years, a year. Look, to decide who is your best friend, right? You have taken a long years. You have taken a long time, right? So someone has taken, few months, someone has taken, few years. Similarly, it happens with every individual. It happens with customer also. They are not going to trust you in one meeting. No one is going to trust you in one meeting. If they are saying that I trust you, don't believe them. But you can start building trust from the very first meeting. You cannot build trust overnight. It will take time. It will take time. Let me tell you, I believe there might be few customers of yours. I want the numbers now on chat section. I want numbers on the chat section. There might be few customers of yours who want to buy from you only. There are few customers, right? Write the number of customers. How many customers want to buy only from you? So there are people who started responding 10 plus 5. What about others? How many customers of yours want to buy from you? If you are not there, they will not buy. When I talk about how many customer wants to buy from you, it might be 10, it might be 15, it might be 20 max, right? So that is where you have created the trust, right? And these people trust you like anything. These people trust you like anything, right? Building trust is not, cannot be done overnight. It has to be start at one point of time. So this is the initial stage. When customer enters, you start building trust from that point of time, and it will take time. It will take long time to build the trust. Okay, and then only they will become the loyal customers. Coming to 4 types of buyers. There are 4 types of buyers. So one is thinkers, directors, socializers, and relators. So when we talk about thinkers, you give them some logic or something. Like imagine, sir, if you do not buy this, something will happen. So they will start thinking, right? You give them visualization. You give project something, right? So that is your thinker. Directors are authoritative, right? Give them empowerment. You cannot command them, right? There are people who are very strict. I want to buy this. You come here, you go there, right? So they are having that kind of personality, that kind of aura, right? And you have to be flexible to handle these all 4 types of buyers. So today you can see that there are different types of buyers. You will able to relate when I'm showing you right now. You will able to relate it. Relators. When we talk about relators, they identify with everybody. Can I buy this? Let me talk to my dad. Let me talk to my friend. Okay, are you giving warranty? If something happened, are you there to support me? They are that kind of customer, right? They are relators. If you are giving them insurance, if you are telling them in the beginning only, if you know that this person is a relator, and then you started a conversation as per them, let me tell you, you will be able to, close this sale faster, right? Otherwise, there will be a lot of objections coming up. You can anticipate the objection by talking to people, what type of people they are. They are thinker, relator, socializer, or directors, right? On that basis you can mold your conversation, okay, and start giving them solution. Socializers, right? Right. So these are very cool, jolly mood, right? They wherever they go, they just socialize. You might have met these customers also. They will start talking to you. They will share their personal life, right? So there are 4 types of buyers which you are in your which you will get in your floor, right? And mold your conversation as per this. Okay. Have any one of you have encountered any of these buyers? Have anyone of you have encountered any of these buyers? Can you relate it right now? I believe few people will start relating it.
Most of the time happens with these kind of buyers. So we or most of the time interact with these kind of buyers.
Okay, thank you. So I'm
Like
reading your yeah.
like especially these socializers. I mean, I have been I have so many customers like who's nowadays they are my permanent customer. If I'm not there, so they call me like, can you deliver, or maybe can you hold it for me some for a couple of days or something like this. So
Mhm.
nowadays they are my regular customer. But definitely once I made them first, they more of like these. Like, I mean, how are you, man? How are you doing? How did you
Right.
join this brand? This and this, and how did I start it? What I'm doing? All these happen most of the time. But
Yeah.
definitely the there's a second one, directors. I have gone through with these kind of customers also, like twice or thrice, who's just gave you more like just kind of orders. Like, I mean, can't you
Right.
hear it? Can't you say it? Can't you build it fast? Or I want
Yeah.
this. I'm in a hurry, like this and that. So sometimes, this director customers, sir, I must say, I mean, we have to be very, very, fast, and at the same time, we have to be very, more of understanding with them.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Otherwise, they fastly get anger.
Thank you. Thank you for your response. Yeah, very true though. Okay, so I'm also getting a few responses. Okay, so let's move to the next slide, which is meet and greet. Wear a smile. So walk towards the customer. Right? Stop everything that is not customer focused. Allow them to settle. Right? Do not jump on them. Right? The moment they in, you started, greeting them. Open your arms. Right. So open your arms is a good thing. Like I generally do this classroom based training, but very unfortunately we do not have that kind of leverage right now. So the ideal way of keeping your hand is like this, right? And then you can show your hand gestures. And while standing, I've seen people are at attention format, standing at stand at ease, and putting all your weight on 2 feet, right? That is how you can stand for longer hours, right? And do not stretch your legs more apart, right? That shows your negative attitude. This shows that you are not open for discussion. We have basic types of questions which it is mentioned on this slide also: open-ended and close-ended question. So can you please tell me what is open-ended and close-ended question?
Open-ended questions, sir, will be where you're getting the more, I mean, where you can escalate your conversation with the product
Okay.
or with anything. And the close-ended, where you're getting just the answer in yes or no, where the conversation is not going longer.
Okay. Anyone else want to share what is open-ended and close-ended?
And in open-ended, we can say it where we can use the 5W and 1H. It is, I think, the previous class also we have learned, and in my
That's
in my
5W.
previous one also 5W 1H, like what you're looking for, where you want, I mean, where you run or something like these kind of question. So where you getting the proper question answer.
So Shubham this side.
Yes, Shubham.
Okay. So I was saying open-ended questions are those which cannot be answered in yes or no.
Okay.
So if I ask you any open-ended questions, you will be able to answer in yes or no.
Okay.
So
So
I
if
will
answer is
get
yes or no, that is open-ended question.
that is close-ended question, sir.
And what is open-ended question?
Open-ended questions, I mean, it starts from why, what, how.
Okay.
So in Puma, I learned it like five wives, one husband.
Okay.
Hello, you
Okay.
understand?
Yeah. Got
So
it. Got it.
why, what? So
Mhm.
these kind of like 5 W's are there and 1H. Just like
Yeah.
this, Sam said.
So I have got a few responses on chat. Let me read that out. Open-ended question is escalating conversation with the customer. So Karthik is saying, "How may I assist you?" Is guys, please unmute yourself and use chat section. I will allow you to unmute yourself and share your thoughts around. Okay, so Karthik is saying, "How may I assist you?" is an open-ended question. Okay, open-ended question leads to conversation. Okay, open-ended can't be answered as yes or no. Okay, a question which create a conversation is open-ended. These cannot be answered in yes or no. Close-ended questions. Okay, and last one is a close-ended question has answer mostly in yes. This answer and okay. Okay, so let me just brief you, and it will be very simple. I know you guys are aware of this. Okay, so open-ended, the few people are having certain confusion. So for that only I am sharing this information. So open-ended question where answer is subjective, in detail, right? So open-ended question where answer is subjective in detail is open-ended question, right? Got it? Now close-ended where answer is in one word. Answer is in one word. What is the color of your t-shirt, polo t-shirt? Red. That is close-ended question, right? So if the answer is in one word, that is close-ended question. And if the answer is in detail, right, you are asking some question where a customer has to give a detailed information to you, right, in a paragraph, that is open-ended question. I want each one of you one open-ended question you should write on the chat section, and one close-ended question you should write, which you will ask your customer, your set of customers. Start writing it right now. You have 20 minutes. 5:49 is the time, and each of you will respond. 25 participants. There should be 25 responses. What responses I want? Open-ended, and what type of open-ended question you will be asking to your customer. Close-ended, what type of close-ended question you will be asking to your customer. Okay, so I am started getting responses. What brings you here today? Open-ended, which color you like to wear? Open-ended, how often you run? How often you run? Some say, if you ask me how often you run, I will say weekly, or I will say daily, right? This is not open-ended, this is close-ended question, buddy. And what is more important, open-ended or close-ended? Both are more important, right? But when you ask open-ended question, you get the detailed information from your client, detailed information from your customer that will help you to suggest him the right product. If you do not ask the right set of questions, you will not get the right answer from your customer. And since you are not getting the right answer from your customer, you are not in a better position to suggest the right product to your customer. So make sure that you are asking right set of questions, right? Okay, so close-ended, what size you are looking? Yes. Open-ended, how far do you run? This is Karthik. This is again, closed-ended question, buddy. Open, you are asking how far do you run? If you're asking this question to me, I said, 8 to 10 kilometers. That can be my answer, right? So please, rework on your open-ended question. Some saying, close-ended. Are you looking a pair of shoes? Yes, I am looking. That is close-ended. Close-ended is looking for running shoes. Yes. How did you feel about our customer service? This is open-ended question, Roshni. This is a great question. Okay, so now Tanish is saying close-ended. How are you? Open-ended. How can I assist you? No. So, and this is very basic. Tanish, you have to come up with some great questions, right? This is very basic questions you have asked. And first of all, open-ended question is not this. How can I assist you? If someone is asking me how can I assist you? No, I am happy. No, thank you. That is also close-ended question. Though I said, one word answer, right? But I'm saying, no, I'm thank you. That is also a close-ended question, buddy. It is not in a paragraph. It is not in subjective. Are you getting some sense out of it? Are you getting some information from me by asking that question? No, you are not. So that is close-ended question. So yeah, great. So now I think you have got the sense of it, open-ended and here close-ended question. So now we have directed question. The direct questions you are asking, informative gathering. So you are asking question where you're getting information, and that can be only possible when you are asking open-ended question, right? And then anxiety raising questions. Would you like to grab this offer? Though it's close-ended, but it is anxiety. Would you like to grab this offer? He said yes. That is anxiety raising question. Okay, so I think you are all set for these questions. Thank you for your responses. Yeah, we have completed A, that is advance. In advance we spoke about how to build trust, right? And what are the 4 types of customer, right? Meet and greet, these 3 things that we have spoken about. And the make inquiry, we've spoken about types of questions which we are going to ask, right? And now present. Okay, before I jump to present is show, right? Type of questions, that these are the type of questions. Let me tell you, do not suggest the product by asking 1 or 2 questions. It is very difficult to get the insight what exactly customer is looking for. You cannot check that by asking 2 questions. And present is basically, ladies and gentlemen, is show. You are showing it. And in shoe business, show is so very important. If you miss on show, not make a sale, isn't it? I remember I went to Goa. I was buying 50 rupees of sleeper. I was there in Baga Beach. Okay, we forget to bring our sleeper. I was there in Baga Beach buying 50 rupees of sleeper. Still checking. He said that this is fit in easily. He said I still checking. I said no, give me that one. Give me that 50 rupees. You are dealing with a premium brand, charging premium price. Please give them a chance or show them the product. I know you are showing them. Let them feel the product. Let them walk around. And when they are walking around, let me give you one example of one of these store. Again, I'm not revealing that name because it is different brand. But one of my friend is store manager there, and now he becomes the area manager in Delhi only, right? So sports brand. So he shared with me, Amit, what we are doing, right? In our this store. So when we ask them to wear the shoe, and when we ask them to just walk, we don't ask them to just walk. We ask them to take a tour of our store. And you know what? There will be one person assisting him. He will give him a tour of, and while giving a tour, he will in between also ask, how you're feeling, sir? How are your shoes? Right? And in between, he is showing all the accessories to him. If you start doing this, I'm telling you, people who might overlook something, they will start, okay, you are keeping this stuff also. There are at times people will come and they will not see. If you agree with this, giving a tour of your store on floor, right? While they are having a test drive, is going to make little sense to you. Type agree on the chat section. Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, come to tips to present. Position the solution. Do not position the product. Remember what customer buy? Solution. So position the solution to the customer. Ask and answer questions. Right? Be proactive. Give unexpected information. You might be wondering, what is unexpected information? The unexpected information is that which they have never asked for, and that this is going to help them. Right? For example, they are buying a running shoe. I know you are doing it, but this particular point will able to connect well with this scenario which I'm going to share with you. So you are selling them, say running shoes, and he is a sprint runner, okay, a track runner. Now you know that he is going to buy this shoe. He's already finalized that shoe, right? And you know that these socks are very important. So this will, complement this product, and then you give the information on those particular accessories, which will help you, or maybe some other accessories which will help you overcome customer concern. There may be a number of objections. We will talk about it later in coming slide. Customize your communication. That is very important. You need to customize your communication basis your customer. Right? Communication is not only language, but yes, you have to customize that also. If customer is speaking in English, you have to speak in English. If customer is speaking in Hindi or Kannada, you have to speak in Hindi or Kannada. You cannot change the language. If you are not comfortable, ask the other fellow who is comfortable in that language. Ask him to entertain this customer who is speaking some local language. If you are not good with that, that is very important. And communication is also, like, you have to know where it falls. He's a mature, he's a professional. That kind of language you have to use. That kind of communication you have to use. Otherwise, I've seen people are using jargon words. So in your shoe industry, you are meeting multiple clients, and you have a lot of learnings. Those technical things. But when you start jargon words with the amateur, disconnect, disengage, right? Even if you are using jargon, make sure that you are using simple words so that you will able to connect. Cross-selling, that is accessories, we have already spoken about it. Okay, we are jumping to the lead and handle objection. Okay, now let me ask you, how you handle objection? What are the formula or something you are using right now to handle objection? Share your thoughts around on the chat section. How you handle objection, team? How you handle objection? There might be a certain objection. Stock objection, you don't have stock. Pricing objection, yes, the prices are little expensive, maybe, right? Offers are not there, that is can be objection. Colors are not there, that can be one of the objection. So how you are handling objections right now? Please share. If you want to unmute yourself, you can unmute and share with me. Go ahead. Objections will be there. Using personal experience, fact, and certain purpose. Okay. What about others? What about others? Ask, acknowledge, advise. Some say I might be, talking to you on this later. Let me get, few responses. So by product knowledge, be positive and patient. Yes, that is very important. If someone has raised the objection, yeah, objection will have queries. Those queries needs to be answered with calmness. Patience, words are precious. Use wisely. Okay, great. Okay, so I want to come back to some say you have asked, you have shared this. Ask, acknowledge, advise. 3 A's.
Boss. Yes, boss.
Yeah.
So
My name is
maybe
Amit. Yeah.
hello.
Hello, my name is
I'm
Amit. I'm your boss, right?
So hi Amit. Here actually I use this. There's a many challenges we face in the store. Sometimes maybe related to the exchange or maybe related while buying when customer buying some products. So they have a might some queries like why should I buy this? It's quite expensive or something, or maybe they uh, uh, there's a many competitor where they compare with that also product. So first of all, you should ask, what is the reason behind why they are getting the more of queries or something? You can, then you can paraphrase that particular things, then acknowledge product those things, and you can just, then elaborate them again. Like, what you have already told them or whatever the scenario was there, you can just handle it and then advise accordingly.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why there are 3 A's, which is major factor, which I have
Yeah.
learned in my previous company.
Yeah. Yeah. It
So
makes sense. It makes sense. Something. It makes sense. So you are asking, and then you acknowledge, and then you are
advising, like maybe
advising.
sometime there is some words or maybe some technology which I have not told them,
Okay.
right? Maybe
Yeah.
that was not there and they are not convinced at the same time. So
True.
I might, you can, again paraphrase that.
True. Very true. Very true. I got it. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Samsi. And I'm getting a few responses. Patient inquiries. They need product knowledge, experience, understand the objection, and then 1%. Oh, Ujjwal has shared. We need to be very patient while listening to the customer objection. This will help us gain customer confidence, and then we need to answer it based on the question. It also comes along with level of confidence. Okay, showcase while answering, which gives a reassuring feeling to the customer. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you an approach, right? Like something has also given an approach, and I just like that. Ask, acknowledge, and advise. The 3 A's to handle the objection, right? So I'm going to give you an approach which you can follow, and that will help you, right? And though it is like I've got a few pointers, and I love the one word listening. If you are having an objection from your customer, you should listen it to first. Do not react. I have seen many people react. People ask, "Do you have any offer?" They will start, or people say, prices are high. They will start, "Sir, we have EMI offers. Sir, we have this offer or that offer." Right? Do not jump to offer. You don't know exactly what is their objection. If they are saying prices are high, why they are saying prices are high, right? Okay, so now coming to the approach which we are having. So this is the approach. We talk about racer approach, right? So racer approach is R stand for restate and C stand for clarify. Sorry, there is a typo. So C is clarify, not clarity. Okay, so C is clarify, and then E is explore, and R is respond. Then you respond. Okay, so when we say restate, what is restate? So if someone is talking about or sharing or raising one objection, what we will do, we will restate. Restate is paraphrase. You are repeating the same thing again in a different way, but you are repeating the same thing again. Just for an example, I will take the pricing example because that is very common objection these days with every retailer today. Okay, so this person is raising an objection. Hey, your prices are very high. That is the objection. Prices are very high. And I know I need to restate. What I need to do, restate. And restate is paraphrasing, repeating the same thing again. So I will do this. So I do understand you have some pricing concern. I will not repeat the exact same word. Otherwise, he will think like I'm, mimicking him, right? So don't do that. So he will say, prices are high, and you are saying, yes, prices are high. Don't do that. So you say this, sir, I do understand, that you have, some pricing concern, right? So that is how you restate, right? Then clarify. What is clarify? If you do not do clarify, you will not able to give the right solution to his objection, right? You will not arrive to the right answer also, and this clarify will help you. Okay. So what is clarify? So when he said that your prices are high, and say if you clarify right now, sir, may I know, are you comparing with something, or why you feel that prices are high? So now you have ask a question to him. He has to respond, right? So now say he is responding, yeah, I am comparing with online. Okay, maybe there is something online. Maybe okay, and now the next step is explore. If you think this answer is not enough, I need to ask more, I need to know more, then you go to explore, else you go to respond. So here I think it is half information. I do not have more information. So what I will do, I will explore. So I will explore and I say this, sir, I got your point. So you are referring to some online portal. May I know what prices you are getting and for which model you are getting those prices? So now he is saying for XYZ product or XYZ article, I am getting this price, which is 700 less from your model, or say 1000 less from your price which you are sharing. Now you know two things. Now first, your fight today, you have a battle today from online portal, right? So that is one thing. Second, you know that you have a battle of 1000 rupees, right? So that is where your battle is today, and now you respond. And on your thought process, if you are giving something additional, you can talk about it. If you know that that particular online portal is not authorized to sell your product, you can share that information with this customer and tell him that you might be getting me too product, right? Okay, and that have you checked that website? Have you know like from where you're buying? 99.99% people, if you ask them from where you are buying, they will say Amazon, Flipkart, right? So if you ask them again, no, sir, from where? I told you Flipkart. So if you type Under Armour shoe or ASIC shoes XYZ article number, there will be 10 retailers will come and 10 different prices. Which seller you are buying from? I'm asking about the seller. 99.99% people are not aware from which seller they are buying. They only know they are buying from Amazon, Flipkart. There are many other portals, Snapdeal, right? They will name those portals, right? They will not name sellers. They don't know. Why they don't know? Because they don't check sellers. They check the price. Where the price is less, they will tap on it and they will, get the information there only. But they do not. Generally, they do not check the, there you can, tell them what is the advantage of buying from you. But if you do not know, in the beginning, he said your prices are high. What you will do? You will say we are these offers. You don't know what exactly his problem is, why he is raising this question. Now you know, and now you can answer this question, right? Okay, this is how you can answer your objection using racer approach. If you all get the sense of how to use racer approach, type racer in chat section. Type racer in chat section if you know now how to use racer approach.
Here I must say, Amit, the one question you had told us, which is we generally don't ask to the customer, like why they feel this is expensive. We hesitate. Might that customer take a more negative way, or maybe some other reason?
Yeah.
But I felt the one time in my last company in Kolha, there was my area regional manager. He told us, he was from Puma only, so he told us, like, I mean, there was a when I was a store manager in Puma, so there was a
Mhm.
guy who had asked to the customer. I mean, there was the same scenario maybe. So he had asked him, why do you feel so this product is expensive? So the tone was very politely, and that customer has to give the answer actually what he felt actually why it is expensive, or maybe the some other reason he's saying that he don't want to buy, but the he just give the reason it's expensive. In that way, we must ask. If we feel customer feeling that it is expensive, we must ask, so that we get the clarification that he's getting the
Right.
pricing higher, or maybe some other reason are there.
Mhm. Right.
So
True. True. I am with you. So look, what's your name? Sorry.
this is Samse, sir.
Sensei. So Sensei, when the example which I have taken, first of all, the example is like he's coming to Under Armour shop or ASIC shop. He's checking one price of one article, and he's saying that it is high price. So
Right,
that
right.
means he feels that why he feels that it is high price. I need to ask to get the sense. And I will not ask this question, as you have mentioned. I might not ask this question to him. Why? I will tell you. So if you
Okay.
know there are four types of buyers, right? In if I see that he is directive, I am not going to ask this question. I know that his personality is something else. If I say this, he might take it very in a negative way. He will be offensive. Why you are talking about pricing? Why you are asking whether it is high price or not? Why you are asking about my budget and all that? I will not ask these kind of. I will be very mindful how to
Yes,
use
sir.
it, where to use it, and with whom to use it. You like if you have said that he has asked in a polite manner and then customer answer, right? Even if you
Right, right.
ask in a polite manner, people will not respond to you. People will escalate it. That depends upon personality you are dealing with. So
So,
be mindful of your customer personality. That is very
of course, not to
right.
everyone we must ask,
Right.
but
Right.
there was some certain, customers where you can ask it, and
True.
nobody is saying always, like, I mean, this is expensive or something. There's a
Yeah.
many other questions, or many other answer it.
True, true. I got your point. I am with you. I do agree. Okay, so let's move on. The last step, exchange. When we say exchange, it is closing, right? So now closing is it's not that difficult. We are doing it every day, but we are missing on one basic thing. And I don't know about you. I have not seen that. I have seen a few things, and my observation I've shared with you all in A6 and UA. But this I have not seen. If you have any stories related to this or any scenario, please share with me. Reconfirm sale. I've seen this often in Apple. Now nobody is doing that. Everyone is very careful because they are dealing with a premium brand. What happened if you do not reconfirm purchase, reconfirm sale? This is what happened. So this is the story of Goa store where I was there, and I was on week off, and there was one customer who came and he asked for one particular product. Okay, and this guy was dealing with him, and he went to close, right, without even showing him what exactly he's buying. He just bill it because he know that customer has shared that I want jet black color iPhone 7. So he just bill the jet black color, given it to him. Okay, and he said, "Sir, can I? Would you like to open this product?" He said, "Yeah, you can open." So he opened it. The time he gave the product to his customer, he said, "Hey, this is jet black." So the RSC, the sales staff said, "Yes, you asked for jet black." No, no, no. I asked for this matte black. No, sir, you asked for jet black. This is endless conversation. It is not going anywhere, right? And the once the seal is broken of any product in Apple, you cannot seal it again and sell it out. So now this customer was pissed off. He was raised with escalation, and I told the over the phone. He called me, and over the phone I told him to give him the matte black. Because whose fault is this? It is RSC fault. It is a sales staff fault because he has not reconfirmed sale. If you do not reconfirm sale, these type of mistakes you will do. If people are buying n number of items, and sometimes it happens, you will get say in your store, if you are getting 40,000 of billing, you are very happy. Oh my God, people customer is buying so many items. reconfirm that. There's so many items, there might be a certain confusion. Clear that confusion before you go and bill it. If you have any, scenarios related to reconfirm sale where people have not asked and something has happened, please share on the chat section, or unmute yourself. Or if you are always reconfirming sale, type reconfirm on chat. If you reconfirm sale all the time with all the customer, type reconfirm on the chat box.
Hi Amit, this side Ujjwal. I wanted to add to
Yeah, please.
reconfirming. So wherein I've been through many incidents wherein people have not reconfirmed, and it's not just about being in Under Armour. It's been about with almost 10 years down
Yeah.
the line with almost all the brands.
True.
So what it ends up is, it ends up into a lot of confusion and a negative image about the entire store, and obviously the brand before the customer.
Exactly.
So I would request you if you can give us specific.
Your voice is low. Usually your voice is low. Come to your mic. Closer to your mic. Yeah.
Just a moment. Am I audible now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just wanted to request you if you can give us, all of us, some specific phrases that we should use to reconfirm, because there are also specific ways which we can help us while reconfirming it. Because let's say if I'm a customer, I'll be buying it out, and somebody is suggesting to me, and I finalized a certain number of products, and it is
Right.
obviously a big bill. So there might be some confusion whether within one or two articles which I want to buy or what not to buy. So if I am not being asked properly that should I buy these ones or not, so I might feel offensive.
Right. So let me throw this question to everyone. How can you reconfirm purchases? So there are many people who are saying that we reconfirm purchases. So what are the phrases you guys are using? What are the phrases you guys are using? Please share on chat. What are the phrases you guys are using? So Ujjwal, so we used to say that, sir, before we start billing, can I reconfirm your purchases? So before I start billing, can I reconfirm your purchases? You are buying these items, and then and when I talk about items, I will not. So I'm giving you a little heads up of Apple, and then you can relate with or let me relate with shoes only. So, sir, before I start billing, before I bill the products, let me reconfirm your purchases. So you are buying a shoe, XYZ shoe. I will name that shoe, and I will say, and this is the size number you are buying. That is very important. Trust me, it is very important. Size number, color, and the type of shoe he is buying. Please mention that. If you miss out on size also, that is also a big challenge. Okay, and then you are saying that you are buying a t-shirt, right? And that is a round neck t-shirt, okay, with M size. That is also important. So there are few things, few like key highlight of your product you should mention. Not the detail specification of your product is not needed, but the key highlight is needed, right? Reconfirm is not saying, sir, you are buying these five items. That is not the reconfirm. That is not reconfirm. Don't do that then, right? Reconfirm is sharing the information what exactly he is buying, and reconfirm sale is also there to talk about the amount. When you put everything on the invoice, before you take the printout, before you ask for the card, you will tell him, sir, your total amount is 1,44,230 rupees. There is no ambiguity now, right? If you do not share that number, let me tell you, sometimes also there is an escalation. Hey, how can you swipe this much from my card? Sir, you are buying these products. No, I said no to that. So unnecessary, you are getting into something which is meaningless. So please do the reconfirm of sale. I'm talking about products. Do the reconfirm of sale. I'm talking about amount, and then share with your client. And if he says, go ahead, yes, I got it, thank you, and then you go ahead and do it in a very polite manner. Okay. Okay. Coming to, I hope I have
And
answered your question, Ujjwal.
yeah, here, sir, this is Sam again. Here, I just want to add one more thing. Like this,
Yeah.
sometime happened, the customer gave the card for the swiping it for whatever he buying, he pay by card. So
Right.
sometime happened the bill, whoever there on the billing counter, they swiped
Hmm.
it, but the card is got declined. But customer again, the person who's billing it, he
Huh.
might don't ask to the customer, and he swiped it again. It took
Okay.
twice. I mean, first he charged it, it got declined. then second time it come, the receipt tags come, but the amount has got twice deducted from the customer side. So
Okay.
there's a fault of the, the, again, the whoever doing the billing, that it is the fault of his or
Hmm.
her, whoever's are there doing the billing. That's a fault of them. So either sometimes happen the customer get offense of this also, like, I mean, why did you swipe twice, or you didn't ask me. That's also
Yeah.
the reconfirmation again.
Right. So if you swipe at the first time and it is not get, credited to your account, and but it is debited from customer, right? So
Right.
there is a problem in the network, the connectivity. That is why these things happen. So
Right.
what will happen? That it will auto credit it to customer, right? So this
Exactly.
information you have to share with him before you swipe twice. You cannot
Right.
swipe twice without his approval. Don't do that, right? So tell him,
Right.
sir, we have swiped your card. I know that it is debited. You can see that, but let me tell you that in batch settlement also it is not coming. That means, right, it is,
Exactly.
but it will
Because
auto credited to your account. It may take, few minutes, or it may take few days, right?
right,
Depend
right,
upon
right.
which bank and what type of card you are having, whether it is debit or credit card. That depends, right?
Exactly,
And
exactly.
and when you convince him, okay, then you ask, sir, can I go for, you know swipe again? If he says
Exactly,
yes, you
exactly.
can do that, and then
Be-
you can go ahead.
Because
Okay,
that
great.
scenario has already happened with my manager
Yeah,
actually.
that,
It
that,
had
that is,
twice. It
though it is
mad.
exceptional case, it is not going to happen every day, but yes, once in a month or twice in a month, it will happen with few customer. I got it point.
Exactly.
Okay, so ask for feedback, very important. If you have done a wonderful job, ask for feedback. I remember I have, asking, few store managers, I will not name them, and I will ask them, right, have you are getting feedback, right? Suppose one customer is unhappy, unsatisfied. Are you asking feedback from him? He said no. Why I will ask when I know that he will not give, proper feedback. He will, give me, in a scale of 10, he will give me 5. I know that. So I said, okay. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this is very important. When someone is unhappy and still you are going and asking him, sir, I know that today you are unhappy. We have not able to give you the solution. We are not able to give you the product which you want. And I know that you are going and leaving our store unhappy with buying this particular product, right? But still, I want you to share your valuable feedback so that we can improve. Let me tell you, when you say this, if he was thinking of giving you 5, he will give you 7, Baba. He will give you 6. Now, because of those words, now he will give you +2, +1. If you have not satisfied someone, if someone is happy, go and ask them. That is how you can build rapport. Share your card. Sharing your card is something you are, building trust there, right? Why you're building trust? Because you're telling them, if you have any problem, if you have any concern, please reach out to me. I told you that there is a 6 months of warranty. Reach out to me. I will help you. Invite back for personal training. If there is some training, I don't know about you. Like if there is some training which you are providing, please invite them. Right? If it is free, you should invite them. Leverage on that which you are giving it. There will be people who will refer to their friends, they will advocate, and then they will bring more business on table, right? Please do
Yeah.
that.
Absolutely right, sir.
Okay. Last one is your follow up, which you guys are doing regularly. Follow up basically, when we talk about follow up, just a second. So follow up is basically, when we talk about, is when you are having, some new arrivals, you follow up, right? When you have, some new thing coming up, you do follow up. When you have new offer, you follow up. How about you follow up asking, sir, how is your shoes? Is it comfortable? You were little confused when you bought this, right? I trust like it's been a month and there is no call from your side. I thought like you are, happy with the, shoes which you have bought. Are you, sir? Now this time you are not pitching or selling something. Trust me, you will able to create or build trust and build rapport with your customer by doing that. Sometimes when we do follow up, most of the time, actually not sometimes, most of the time when we do follow up for business. Do follow up for personal connect sometime. This is going to help you. And ladies and gentlemen, on that note, I'm winding up the session and I'm opening the forum for the Q&A. If you have any questions, please ask. And if you do not have any questions, please write no on the chat section. Please write no on the chat section if you do not have any questions. All right. Okay. So most of you are saying no. Okay, I got it. But this session was very informative. No question. Thanks for this training session. It's very helpful for us. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you, buddy. So what I'm going to do right now, I will be, sharing the feedback link. Okay. And request you all to share your valuable feedback. Remember, feedback is very important. Okay. So once you have done with the feedback, type done on the chat section, and then you can leave the room.